Alright guys, welcome. This is Keen from KeenandGraev.com. I'm narrating this video for you guys. This is the Age of Conan GameSpot PvP weekend. And what you're seeing right now is a Barbarian in the Team Deathmatch or Defeat the Enemy Team game mode. This is like a mini lobby that they put you into the game before it starts. Basically everyone around me that you see is my teammates, and I'm just swinging my weapons because in Age of Conan you just simply swing your weapons by pressing 1, 2, or 3 to select a directional attack. And they really make you sit in here for about a minute or more before you're allowed to get into the combat. The loading screen, as you can see, was pretty short, and it gave a description of the controls. I don't know if they'll change that in the future, but it gets very redundant to see that same loading screen every single time. Right here, I'm running out, gonna be running out, stealthing. The enemy team starts on the other side of this almost arena-looking place. It's just an outdoor arena, and on the left and right, those are the north and south sides, and if you take those, you can stop the enemy from spawning there, and vice versa. The enemy team can take those and stop you from spawning there. You can see that I'm trying to sneak around, stay behind cover, because in Age of Conan, stealth it's really finicky. Getting too close to a torch or to a light source or falling even a foot can break stealth, so I'm trying to avoid being attacked. Since I'm a Barbarian class with no points into stealth, it's also not a very good idea to get close to the enemy when I'm not ready to fight them. So they've engaged already. I'm coming up behind him, you can see I'm dealing a lot of damage. This guy he's blood splatting everywhere, he's going down, and it's really, really laggy. Unfortunately, on my write-up on my blog, you can see that in combat, frames will drop below 5 frames per second, when usually they're a steady 25 to 35. Spell graphics are decent, but there's nothing really too fancy about them. And combat just right now feels really hectic, and unlike the PvE, combat feels like a button mashing fest. It's really spazzy compared to how polished and fluid the PvE feels. And I get behind the casters. I noticed that in Age of Conan, I don't know if this is a for sure thing, but when I get behind the casters and I deal damage, I'm able to, or behind anybody for that matter, I'm able to deal a lot more damage from behind. And I just died there, and I'm not getting a resurrect screen yet. There it is. And that resurrect screen basically took me back to my home base. The enemy had captured both the north and south points, forcing us to spawn in our base, and that's actually where we were fighting outside of. So basically the enemy team won that match. Here's the Herald of Zotli video. I'm Herald of Zotli, it's like a battle mage class. It's a melee class and a caster class, kind of mixed into one, but it swings a two-handed weapon. Those are the necropets I'm fighting right now. Very fragile since I'm in cloth armor. If I stay in there too long, the overpowered rangers or the Tempest of Set will come and nuke me. Probably 1 or 2 shot me. As you can see, there's a ranger. I just charged him, which is very similar to the charge that you'll find in World of Warcraft on warriors. It seems like all the melee classes have this charge ability, and I don't know, it's awesome because it gets you right into the combat really quick. Special move that the Herald of Zotli has is, you can see I just transformed myself into a demon, and the animation is really cool because I decapitate myself when I become a demon, and I deal a lot more damage. I'd say at least 4 times the damage in this form. Which is kind of interesting for a battle mage because you wouldn't expect a battle mage to be more about the melee, but this character is. He's more about the melee than he is about the spell casting. I think at level 20 I have 1 offensive spell, a buff that decreases the damage I take, and that transformation spell, I think it's polymorph, transforms myself into a demon, increases my fire damage and my melee damage, and has a proc. And in the feature trees, I can actually upgrade those abilities and make them quite powerful, and later on actually get a polymorphing ability that will increase my damage tenfold. You can see the lag, of course, kicks back in, which is kind of convenient because you get to see all the blood and stuff, but it's really laggy, and I look like I'm dazed or stunned right now, but just more examples of how laggy and how really chaotic it is in battle, and it doesn't help that none of us know how to play our characters. Also, it seems like the range in combat is very large. I can stand way back and swing my weapon and still hit somebody, which is nice because PvP lags, but it's also nice because it means that if people run around, I can at least get some combos executed before they're out of range. And you can see occasionally these white bars will appear above and to the left and right of a target. That's their shielding, and you can see that to the left there was a 2 arrows, or to the right there's a 2 arrows, and those actually change in combat, and where you swing your weapon actually has an impact, a direct impact, on how much damage you deal. Lots of lag, lots and lots of lag, lots of spell effects. They're really kind of cool, and something about Age of Conan that's really interesting is that almost every attack is area effect, except if you're like playing an assassin. It feels like more of their attacks are single targets. But almost every character has an area effect attack of some sort. So while this video comes to a close here, I'm wrapping up killing this guy. And I really start to do a lot more damage when I get behind him. It's cool because you can see all the blood splattering and everything. And the necropets come in and they're a big problem. That was kind of cool looking. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. KenanGraev.com for more videos of Age of Conan.